Welcome to FIH Hockey World. This month we're in Belgium for the Audi League finals. We head to Australia where Great Britain men face tough opposition and tough conditions. There was better weather in Barcelona in Spain for the final weekend of EHL. And we follow Great Britain star Simon Mantel back to his old school for a lesson on how to score. It's been a busy month in Europe as the club season comes to an end. The playoff finals of the Audi League in Antwerp, the EHL finals in Barcelona, and European Women Club finals in Bilthoven. We get underway at Dragons Club in Belgium, venue for last year's World League semi-finals. First up, it was the women's final with Waterloo Ducks playing in white against Braxgata in blue. Braxgata had a 2-goal lead from the first leg.
Daar is de 1-0 voor de Ducks.
Here comes a great chance to practice your Flemish.
En dan gaat hij binnen via een tip. Die lijkt me niet helemaal goed te gaan. De kans is nog niet gedaan. Nijvis en dan wel een doelpunt. Wacht is Simons. Wordt de sleep van de scheenmaker en de tip en die gaat binnen. Heel mooi. Nou, oversadel, ja, strafbal. Ja. En ze scoort en Braxgata op voorsprong. 2-3.
Heel mooi trambal.
Het gaat opnieuw naar Solé Contardi. Lage schuiver voor de rebound gespeeld. En ook deze gaat erin. Erika Kopij, denk ik. Een cirkel en dan is daar Silke Steenakkers. En zo 2-5 voor Braxgata. Contardi, hoge bal in de cirkel. Daar is signaal open doel. En dat laat ze uiteraard niet liggen. De stop van Barbara Nelen, wat te ver, niet goed aangegeven eigenlijk. Maar Nelen dan met de slag. En dan gaat hij erin. Silke Steenakkers, heel erg opportunistisch voor de lijn. De dames van Braxgata rennen het veld op. Ondertussen zien wij de knuffel van Xavier Rikkingen. En dit is ultieme blijdschap. De eerste trofee van de club ooit.
A great win and a fabulous trophy for the ladies of Braxgata. Now it was time to see if the men from Racing Club in Brussels could beat Dragons on their home turf. Dragons carried a 4-3 lead from the first leg, and so a draw would be enough for them to clinch the title. You'll be fluent in Flemish by the end of this one.
Het gaat naar Hart en die gaat keihard binnen. Oh, de loopactie van Kovaart, Briels heeft het gezien, kiest uiteindelijk voor Raas en het is binnen. Kampong via een Dragonstik hoog in de cirkel. En daar is Versluis en hij scoort. En dit is een goede kans en die gaat erin. Het is een ongoal. Daar is Lambeau. En dan vandoor Arthur van Doren. Die gaat het doen. Ja, die gaat erin. Het is een doelpunt van Arthur van Doren.
In the end, the 3-all draw was enough to ensure that Dragons took the title in front of their loyal and noisy home fans. Nice job, or goed gedaan as they say in that part of Belgium.
Ze hebben het ons echt super moeilijk gemaakt en 8 jaar geleden. We hebben hier geen finale kunnen spelen op eigen club. En gezien heel het seizoen verdienen we deze titel. We hebben echt momenten gehad waar we teams konden overklassen. Zij hebben het ons echt super moeilijk gemaakt. Dus het was een ongelooflijk gevecht. Ik denk dat het niet ons beste hockey was. Maar we hebben gelijk leeuwen gevochten of gelijk echte dragen gevochten. Het is ongelooflijk.
Down now to Barcelona in Spain, about 1,000 miles south of Antwerp, for the final weekend of the 2016 Euro Hockey League competition. 4 teams have made it to the KO4 stage. The second semi-final would see Kampong from Utrecht in Holland take on local favourites Atletico, based just 20 miles outside Barcelona. But first up, it was the semi-final between Amsterdam from the Netherlands and Harvest Huda from Hamburg in Germany.
Amsterdam's free hit. Verger over the top of this one. Considers his options, sets off on a little run. Interchange with back, a shot comes in! Deflection goal!
Pruiser juicht.
Smashed across it. I think Pruiser might well have got the touch on it. And Amsterdam have the lead. Their first real shot on goal, but there was an injection of pace about that. Out it comes. Well, stop shot comes in. There's a deflection, I think, off the goalkeeper, but he can only deflect it into the roof of the net. And I think it's come off the defender on the line as well. Watch the shot again. I'm not sure the goalkeeper got much on that at all. Certainly struck the defender.
That painful deflection made it 2-0 and Amsterdam scored again in the second quarter. So 3-0 and Harvest Huda desperately needed some kind of boost before half-time.
We'll have to deliver one of his more stirring half-time talks. A goal here would make a difference. Huda. Mattis, chance, goal! From Felix Mattis, who got the final touch on the ball. This is Kohler shoot. Oh, that's a great goal from Finn Kohler, and he picked his spot. And from 3-0, they now just trail by 1. What an effort this was, away from the challenge. Comes the injection, Reed Ross takes the shot on, blocked by Korper. I think we've got half a stick down there, it doesn't matter, the ball's finished in the back of the net. And surely that will settle things once and for all. The youngsters in the crowd counting us down here and counting Harvester Huda out of the final 4. Semi-final. Amsterdam march on into tomorrow's grand final. Worthy winners on the day. They've beaten Harvester Huda by 4 goals to 2. The second semi-final of this Euro Hockey League for 2015-16 will be between Athletic Terrassa from just 30 kilometres away from here, the city of Barcelona, and Kampong from Utrecht in the Netherlands. It was a shot that was going high anyway. Havenga takes this one on and scores. Well, that's what Havenga's all about at the moment, taking on the responsibility and firing in the shots. And no response this time from Athletic. Nice work from Merlinbrook. Salas, really determined run, finds the defender's foot just outside the circle. All played in, it's bouncing around awkwardly, and what a finish! Well, unorthodox, but David Hart couldn't get to it. And that's Danny Malgotha. Half chance here, ball played across, goal for Kampong. Kieran Kaspers was at the far post, and Athletic didn't deal with the ball across very well. Now Devine, it's a lovely ball. Kampong work, oh, that's wonderful. What a finish there from Bjorn Kellerman, throwing himself at the ball. It was a well-struck ball in from Stuart de Wert, who is having a lot of success on the right-hand side. But what a stunning tip-in goal there. Well, bouncing around, chance goal. Well taken there. It's Philip Merlinbrook who was allowed again to get in behind the Athletic defence. And when the ball came to him, Merlinbrook was able to fire it home. Pepine Lukes feeds the ball out to this left-hand side now for Kellerman. That's a lovely ball in! What a finish! What a finish! Kellerman plays the ball through for Kemperman, and well, whichever team you came here to support, you just have to applaud the skill there. And somewhere in the distance, the final hooter has sounded. It's been a wonderful team performance by Kampong, who booked their place in the final of the Euro Hockey League, where they will meet Amsterdam tomorrow.
We'll bring you the final of this year's Euro Hockey League between the 2 Dutch rivals, Amsterdam and Kampong, in part 2 of the show. Before that though, we end part 1 with a look back at the action from the final of the Women's Euro Hockey Club Championship. Narrogin, 100 miles south of Perth in Western Australia, is famous for long, hot, sunny days. Well, not last month. The GB team arrived for the start of a 3-match series in some of the worst conditions imaginable. It was so bad the planned TV coverage was deemed unsafe during Game 1, and that game ended in a rather unsatisfactory 2-2 draw. It was the same score at half-time in the second of the 3 matches. We joined the action in the second half.
Goes with Govers, Govers sweeps, it's gone in. Goes to Ward, Ward sweeps, Ward scores. Great Britain are back on level terms. Govers it is, sweeps towards the goal, Govers scores, Govers gets a hat-trick. Australia are leading by 4 goals to 3 with just under a minute now remaining in this match.
That was how the match ended, and Australia took a 1-0 lead in the series. After that, the players had a day off in Narrogin, and instead of visiting the local museum, they spent a day passing on their skills. We managed to find a quiet spot to have a few words with Mark Knowles, their inspirational skipper, about what makes the Aussies so good.
We've built a really big squad, that's been a great thing. I think the other thing is we go to the tournaments always wanting to win, and there aren't many teams who probably do that, put so much emphasis on being in that final, and it was born out of, you know, our culture, our history of always wanting to play against the big guys. And I think for us now, we get very few chances to play against the top teams in the world. So when we go, we love the opportunity to pit ourselves against the best. And I think that's what's really pushed this squad on to be better and better all the time. At the moment, when the top 6, 7, 8 teams in the world are so close, I've been in international hockey for a long time and it's never been like this, and that provides some opportunity for all of the teams to be highly successful and win, but it also makes you have to be at your best, you know, quarter-final, semi-final, final, and that's a challenge that none of us have faced before in a major tournament. So that's a big challenge for us, but we know that we are able to get there, and we know that we're very good when we play our best. And yeah, for us it's just about, you know, getting through the round games. It's about building that intensity and that quality, and when we get to those matches we know that if we play at our best we're very good, and that gives a lot of confidence to this playing group.
The third game of the series was held in Perth, and a large crowd came out to watch Jamie Dwyer's last game for the Kookaburras in Australia.
Jamie Dwyer gets the opening goal. Martin looks to slap it across, comes across, it's an equaliser. Simon Mantel is the scorer for Great Britain. Everyone forward for Australia. Huda goes. Fired into the top of the goal. A goal has been awarded. Simon Orchard, the scorer. Great Britain are complaining. Comes to Govers, sweeps the other side, and Govers gets a third goal for Australia. Knowles fires it home to make it Australia 4. Kavanagh will stop. Sorello sweeps, hits the crossbar, comes back to Knowles. Knowles almost gets another goal. Hoare is there. Ogilvie brings it. Jamie Dwyer, and he started the scoring tonight, and he's going to finish the scoring tonight in his last game in Australia. That is what the man is all about.
Yeah, it feels really good. It's pretty sad actually to play my last game, but it was such an amazing atmosphere and to see so many people here. This is the most I've seen in Perth, I think in Australia, so credit to everyone for coming out.
Australia took the series 2-0 and the Aussie machine rolls on. Next stop London and the Champions Trophy. Well, that men's Champions Trophy is already underway in London with the top 6 teams in the world taking part. And as soon as that finishes, on the 18th of June, the women get underway at the same venue. The best hockey in the world coming up from London. One of Great Britain's players involved in the Champions Trophy is Simon Mantel. Just days after returning from the tour to Australia, he went back to his old school Millfield deep in the English countryside. Millfield has long been a source of sporting talent that has gone on to represent Great Britain and other countries. Simon was keen to pass on some of his experiences to a new generation of hockey talent.
Excellent, thanks Reggie. As Mr. Keats already said, yeah, I'm a forward, so we're going to focus mainly on on goal-scoring type exercises. I grew up just in the house behind the hockey pitch, so you know, obviously an amazing place to grow up as a kid, and a kid who loves sport. So it was very special, and you know, it's nice to be back and doing a little bit of coaching in this environment and back at my old school. I'm going to join in and try and do a few with you guys, so you can see some of the shots and some of the sort of pace and speed that I'll try and do it at, and I want you guys to hopefully try and match it as well.
Simon had to fight his way back into the Great Britain setup after injury, and having lost the series down under, he knows just how tough it will be at the Champions Trophy.
There's no doubt that Australia are up there and clear number ones at the moment. They were the first team in world hockey to really you know, push the envelope in terms of the intensity and how hard the players run and work. It would be careless to say that that's all they do, because you know they've obviously got other sort of structure and other play which is going for them. In top level hockey, it's physical. That's a sort of prerequisite of the game nowadays, and I think Australia probably you know, pushed that earlier than other nations, but certainly, you know, when you come up against other top nations as well, you're in for a physical battle. As you pushed it out in front of you, that's when you came up a little bit. So we're really, when you think about pushing the ball out in front, just think about keeping that head level the same, so that as you swing through, you should be able to get a nicer connection with it. But that's good. GB Hockey should be very proud about the progress they've made, and you know, that next step is a difficult one. The improvement was beyond sort of maybe some expectations in terms of how quickly you know, GB moved up the rankings, but it's hopefully that sort of built the foundations for that next step, which is to break into those medal sort of positions in major tournaments. We had a slightly disappointing European Championship with England, but going back as GB this summer is you know, a great opportunity to try and sort of put those wrongs right and come away with a medal and try and solidify ourselves as not only you know, top 4 team, but you know, top 3, top 2, or even top 1 team.
Hockey League is now into its 9th year, and in 2016 there'll be a new name on the trophy.
Hello and welcome once again to Barcelona, and here we reach the final of the 9th Euro Hockey League season here in the Olympic zone of Barcelona. It's an all-Dutch final with Amsterdam facing their bitter rivals from Utrecht, Kampong. This is Krause shoots straight at the goalkeeper, as it turned out this time, and no problems there. Nicely picked off there by Amsterdam's defence, and they can break here. The space on the right-hand side, but a little bit of a mugging there by Kemperman. Gets the ball back, half-cleared, shot goes in, and fired wide. That was close. That was the mugging. Kemperman at speed. Shot had to hit the target, and it was well wide. Ross, better pass from him this time. Buisson. Into the circle it goes. Fresher! Just wide of the post. Oh, he'd love to sign off with a goal here. late movement at the top of the circle here for Amsterdam. And it's Tiggers, therefore, who takes on the shot and brings a flying save out of Davy Hart there. Bowens, the most forward of the Kampong players there. Looking back from that corner with Kellerman, white orange shoes. Plays a wonderful ball forward now. Kaspers shoots, Kaspers scores! And Kampong are ahead. Amsterdam were undone by an old-fashioned Route 1 pass from Kellerman all the way through. For Karajan Kaspers, the goalkeeper came to meet him, he was bypassed. And Amsterdam down to 10, remember, have conceded a goal here, and that will certainly wipe the smile off the face of Klaas Vermeulen. Ross takes it on, shoots, and it's taken off the line this time, and Kampong survive again. As we look back on that last corner, great defensive work there, Sieur to divert the postman. There's a chance, this is Bakker, lovely pullback, oh, it's come off the attacker's foot there, and how close was that? Well, Buisson was down on his haunches there, Kenny Bain to keep the ball near the corner flag. Jonker keeps it in play, puts it back, oh, that is it. Kellerman, the goal scorer. No way back now, though, for Amsterdam. Bjorn Kellerman squeezing it between the goalkeeper and the post and sealing it for Kampong. Kampong in no hurry to take the corner. They can't wait to start the celebrations. Well, these two teams have been knocking spots off each other all season. In the domestic season in the Netherlands, and now here in Europe. But it's victory from the team from Utrecht. Kampong victorious by 2-0. Karajan Kaspers and Bjorn Kellerman, the goal scorers.
A great win for Kampong, their first in the Euro Hockey League. And while Australia continue to dominate the world of men's international hockey, there is no doubt that the Netherlands are the kings and queens of the club game. Don't forget to check out www.fih.ch this month. If it's happening in the world of hockey, you can find out about it here. Get in touch and get involved yourselves on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat. Check out the exclusive features, photos, videos and much more. We leave you with some youngsters in Japan improving their skills at the Hiroshima Buena Vista Hockey Club. See you next month.